One question I have for you, Key, is you have a unique business model where you have the venue space and then you have the rental space. Where do you find the overlaps or the challenges between managing both of those spaces?
I think we got to a point where we got content with, we had the venue space. So we just knew this person is renting the venue. We can sell you decor and it's just there. So we started to see that we didn't have a lot of outside events coming in because we never used the marketing tools to go outside of the venue space. So I think that we had to stagger it to say, okay, we're going to focus on getting outside clients and things to roll the trucks that we own out to get outside events. We'll use the venue to have other events as well, but just find that balance in the team because we just got swallowed, right? So I think for us, it's just delegating and putting everything in pockets to say, okay, this is what the venue does, this is what we offer, and these are the set days for focusing on the venue for tours and things like that. And then we're going to aggressively market outside of the venue Monday through Wednesday and kind of go from there. So just trying to build a system, basically.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, setting those standard operating procedures, that's essential of having that written down. Gotcha. And in terms of when we're talking about marketing and branching out, Chris, your website looks great with you've got your inventory listed there, you've got pages created. How did you come to that decision of investing in your website for more marketing or more outreach?
So first I was at a trade show or a conference a couple years ago. I was in Atlanta and I heard this stat. It said that when you respond to leads within the first 2 hours, you have a 90% chance of winning it. So responding to leads quickly was important to me. So when I had the opportunity to integrate Goodshuffle with it, I said, this is a great idea because I can respond to my leads a lot quicker because when they're putting in their request and I'm able to send them out a quote because all the information, their name, the venue address, I'm already receiving that, that's going to get me ahead of some other companies who may have to go ahead and take that information over the phone or call them that. So I made an emphasis. I was like, I really want my website to be user-friendly. I want it to be able to where guests or people can come in, put their information, and we can get a lead to them back quickly. And then on the marketing side, I also use it as a tool for my social media. We've grown from, I think the beginning of this year, we maybe had 1,000 followers to now we have 3,000 followers. It's just about consistency, posting reels. And we've had some of our content got over 200,000 views. I'm like, wow, okay. If I really hone in and give us a lot of energy, I think now we get probably 70% of our leads come from social media. So I just want to continue to focus on that. And then having that integrated with the website, I think that's been one of the reasons we've been able to really expand our growth.
Nice, right on. And when we talk about what's changing in terms of social media, is there anything, I know how you mentioned it's maybe a bit more of a witch's cauldron of adjusting for salt and pepper and the like. Is there any major trends you've seen of nobody uses Facebook anymore? Or is it all Instagram? Or is it Reels? I don't know if it's cyclical like that.
So it's about understanding the demographic that you're going after as a customer. So for us, we have we'll say four types of clients we go after. We have our main business, which is bar and bat mitzvahs, okay? Second is weddings. Third is corporate. And then with the third is corporate, and then the fourth is just social, anniversaries, quinceañeras. So we have 4 funnels. We've identified and detailed out a demographic for each of those 4. So for example, a bar mitzvah client is a mom between 37 and 42 who lives in a certain county, is likely to do yoga, coffee. We have a detailed print of what that person's looks like. We have the same thing for weddings. How it pertains to social media, the bar mitzvah moms are on Facebook, brides are on Instagram, the kids of the bar mitzvah or the brides, they're on TikTok, okay, and so forth and so on. So we strategically market all 4 of the different funnels into the different social media platforms based on what message and who we want to get to.
Gotcha. When we were at a ARA convention in Oklahoma a couple of years ago, they talked about the rising importance of YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Because YouTube is owned by Google. So when people are searching on Google, if you have a YouTube page with content that is relevant to that search, Google's going to nudge you up toward the top because as much as they want to help your business, they also want to showcase their product like YouTube and the like. One of the other things I was hearing when we were on the tour is core values. Folks who, when they come to a company, they want to know the core values. That is something that we do hold dear with Goodshuffle. Like whenever we set anything up, we always need to make sure we're honoring, speak up, show up, sincerely care, and learn from everything. So from the warehouse tour to the features we build, everything stems from those core values. What are the core values for NYX?
Passion, creativity, innovation, and excellence.
Very good. Gotcha. How did you come to those values?
We actually just, I think this was when we did our website revamp, I think we came up with this maybe 2 years ago.
So, can I be honest? I'm going to be truthful. Okay.
Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
So here's the truth, right? When you are developing a script, a protocol, a policy for your company, for anything, it takes time. You got to sit there and put the words on paper and then massage them and edit them to a final print. And there came a point where I said, we need to put our core values out there. Not just say we have core values, but list them and put them in words that are on our website, that are in our employee manuals, that are in our training programs. And so I was like, God, this is going to take hours. So Kitty and I went into ChatGPT, and we had written 2 paragraphs or 3 paragraphs of each of our core values. Here's a paragraph for creativity. Here's a paragraph for this. There are words. But then we asked ChatGPT, could you clean this up, streamline it, and make it into something that is on brand? Now, we have a paid subscription, so it knows our company, it knows from all the other questions we asked, and it spit out almost perfectly before core finished with the marketing version of it. But it comes down to the 4 words.
Gotcha.
That we had to strip it from a paragraph to a sentence to a word. 4 words. Kitty hit.
Good. How about yourself?
For us, it's, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Katie. Were you?
Oh, just to add on to that. So that's their use of AI. That's as far as, okay, how do we put this in a succinct, concise way to put on the website? The questions we kind of talked about and asked ourselves, okay, what are the adjectives that describe the essence of who we are as a business, how we carry ourselves? So
That's good. I would say for us, ultimate occasions is focusing on the client and their client experience. So sometimes when we have our training calls, Nick knows this, I'll pull up our reviews and we'll look at the reviews from what we got this week. Said, you know, this went really well. Let's make sure the fact that you showed up earlier, that you thanked them for something. And then I'll go look at other reviews too, from some reviews from other companies that may not be as good. I say, look at this. We don't want this to happen as well too. So we're looking all across the board at reviews, just making sure that our core values are clients and make sure that we focus on them.
Yeah, and we're focused, again, the same, but in on service. We try to say that we're creating experiences that are customized down to the very last detail. It's not so much built in what does the design look like, but it's more so how do we make you feel? What do the service that we give you when we show up, when we first meet you, when we do site visits with you, and then more so the feedback that we get back after the event. You know, we do follow-ups, we ask for referral business from there. So we want to make the client feel like they're a part of our family, and we build that relationship so that we can have a lasting relationship with them. So that's why it's down to the very last details so that we're memorable and you don't forget us and we create a partnership.
I like what Howie said earlier about the handwriting up, just something that's going to stand out. I think it's so critical because I had a call yesterday with a client. I called her after the event. I said, I just wanted to call, follow, how did everything go? She said, that means a lot of times companies don't reach out to me afterwards. After you get the business, you already been paid, nobody follows up. So she thought that was so nice that I just made that phone call afterwards just to see how things went. So I think doing things that stand out, like Howie said, like handwriting notes, calling after events is a way that really sets you apart.
To both your points, just something I've learned, a little business advice. People don't remember what you say or do. They do remember how you make them feel. And if you are a service business and let's be honest, you ask any service business owner, we're the best. We give white glove service. This has been the hot word lately, the buzzword, white glove service. Everybody's going to say the same message. They're all saying it. People aren't hearing it. It's getting drowned out. It's how you make them feel. So your actions, writing handwritten letter word to certain people that you do a lot of business with, carries so much more weight than calling and say, hey, it was great working with you this weekend, or an email, great working with you, can't wait for the next one. That's just noise. So how you separate yourself above and beyond and apart will have a big determination on how successful you are.
My former manager always talked about the scene from Elf, where he goes in and he sees the sign for world's best coffee. Anyone can just say, well, we're the best. We give white glove services. Now, how do you actually make people feel, and what do they remember about it? Jeff, for sure.
Yourself apart, knowing that extra little bit.
Absolutely.
And I think also I took a tip from another vendor, as a Goodshuffle vendor, Goodshuffle client, that using Goodshuffle's tools are helpful for informing your customer as much as you can, right? So we started customizing the templates so that if somebody goes on our website and submits a wish list item, and when it returns back to them, it'll say, we're going to follow up in a certain amount of time, but here's some things to think about. If we're bringing you chairs, tell us, are we loading you on the first level, the second level? Is there a loading dock? It's asking them questions that they're going to think about, so that when we send you back this quote that says labor for going to the second floor or after hours pickup, they're already prepped to hear what I'm getting ready to tell you about. That's going to be the additional fees, because we sent them back in the template all the things that may incur a different charge, and then customizing the reminders for that or whatever, to just say, hey, this is due, and we're going to follow up with you X amount of times, or just those kind of things of utilizing the tool. So if you do an automated template that just is unique to everybody, then it kind of takes the sting off of it a little bit.
I have a question. When you send this email out to your customers and you're asking about the labor, and I could understand about the chairs and the flights and loading docks. Do you also say, hey, by chance, do you need chair covers or the little furry things that the bows, and like make it a marketing thing as well, not just selling labor, but selling it?
Yeah, so on on the venue side, we do that. So we'll say, thank you for signing your contract. Here's our catering catalog. Should you need food, we offer in-house catering, and you can save X amount of dollars by hiring our in-house caterer. We also offer table linens and things like that. So it comes out as 2 separate emails that gives you links to say, we offer these services, so you don't have to go out and find other vendors. But I never thought about it on the decor side of upselling. Because that's what I just heard, what you say, to do that too, you know.
We utilize every opportunity and every interaction with a customer. They call about a DJ. Great. We also have someone spoken to you about uplighting or a photo booth, or are you having some sort of presentation where you need a screen? We don't push it harsh, but we plant the seed because we assume that our customers know exactly what they need. If they did, they wouldn't need us. So a lot of times they'll come to us, like the buying industry. This is the one, and if you guys heard or heard this, especially me, right? Yes, we have a ceremony. We just need a microphone. Microphone. I can't do anything because there's no mixer, no feed, no speaker, no amps, no tech. You don't just need a microphone. So you use those opportunities to say, okay, so you have mics, so you need a string trio. Always add at the initial and at the onset of the engagement with them. This way you get them thinking, because nothing makes me angrier as an owner when I book someone for entertainment, then we show up and there's another company doing the uplighting or photo.
Yeah.
Like we missed 2 opportunities right there at that event that cost the company possibly $1,000 to $2,000 because we did not do our job properly selling. So just a thought.
One of the things I've learned in theater, you do a lot of like workshop and like brainstorming, and you come in with a basic idea. And one of the instructors, I had an idea of like, he loves when he's not the smartest person in the room. And fortunately for me, that happens a lot, accidentally or on purpose. But it does show, like when I go out or I submit a quote or proposal and they come back with, oh, hey, you can also get this. I'm like, whoa. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even consider that. That is such like a relief knowing that you are acting in their best interest and you're not just, yep, sure, you get what you asked for, and you're considering what is going to make their event memorable and impactful for their team.
And in today's marketplace piece, for those of you who don't, this has just been my experience, my humble opinion. A potential customer loves the idea of one-stop shop.
Oh, yeah.
If they're planning an event and they've got a million moving pieces, for us, it's another Saturday. For them, it's overwhelming. So if they know, wait a second, you do the entertainment, you're going to include my lighting, my photo booth, my this, my that, all in one person, one call, one person, one point of contact, absolutely. They will. We're in a society that believes in ease. Make it easier for me. Make it easier for them and more profitable for you.
Cool. And I think for a real quick calling on our industry, especially weddings, these couples have never planned a wedding a lot of times.
Right.
They might be their first time. So they're looking for us because we do this every single weekend. We're doing weddings. We're doing mitzvahs. So it's their first time. So they're really leaning on us for that experience. So when you're able to show that you're a professional, you know what's going on, you can refer them to other clients or you can do it yourself. I think it just makes you look a lot more sellable to them. They're like, oh yeah, we want to go with them.
Right on.